Hey there, so Piano Method Level 1B, we are working on page 33, the Firebird Suite. This is kind of a famous piece. If you have a chance, go and listen to the original. It's for orchestra. It's amazing. One of my favorite pieces. But this is just a theme. This is just a short part of it. But it does work on a lot of things. One of them, we'll look at these ones on top first. These octave signs play an octave higher. Right, you can see like here, it says that 8 VA and then dot, 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 all dash, 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 all the way until the end. So basically that means the right hand, right, it's written above the right hand, needs to be an octave higher than it's written. So that's a C that's, so if this is middle C, it's this C that's written. So they want you to go even higher starting on this C. So it's way up there, okay. So it's that high C, that's your pinky. You've got B flats, right? Make sure your B's are flatted. You're gonna stay there into the first ending. We've done this before. From here, you're gonna repeat back to the beginning. Right, play those first three measures again and then jump to the second ending. This is first ending, second ending. So the first time through, you're playing that. Second time, you're jumping to here. Then you keep going into the next line and it's still octave higher all the way until the very last measure says loco. And that doesn't mean crazy, although you can be crazy, but that means to play it where it's actually written. And that's the second term they have up here, local, play as written instead of an octave higher. It gets rid of the octave. Just an explanation, if they wanted the left hand higher, they would have to write it here also, or they'd have to write both hands 8 VA, or they'd have to write 8 VA here. So that only applies right now to the right hand. Also, if they wanted anything to be an octave lower, they would write it underneath. So if they wanted that C to be down, they'd put an 8 VA here and then put the dot, 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 dot. Anyway, so that's the idea. Just location tells you which hand and which direction. The other new term is fortissimo, very, very loud, right? Super loud. The other thing to watch for is that 3-2 time. We've talked about it in the theory book. It says you're counting it. It's just 3 half notes in a measure. It's 1, 2, 3. So anytime you have quarter notes, those are half a beat. This is 1 and 2 and 3 and. It's just kind of funny to count. Same thing here, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So everything's half of what it looks like. Your whole note it's 2 beats, right? Used to be 4 beats, 2. Now the half note used to be 2 beats, now it's 1 beat, right? So just cut everything in half. Same thing here into this measure. This is when you take that second ending, 1 and 2 and 3, and then they switch time signatures. So it means the next line over here is in 2-2, cut time. 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and. So there's only 2 beats total in each measure now, but you're still counting the same way. Right, all your quarter notes are half beats, 1 and 2 and, right? This is a voice leading thing. It just means as your melody plays that G, right, that melody, you should hear it transfer to the left hand and then back up to the right hand. You don't have to play anything different, just observe that rest and just listen for that F to pop in there. And then as you keep going, same ideas, you're just going up here back to 3-2 time, and then back to 2-2 time here. And then at the end, this left-hand part's a little challenging. So just to take a look at what's happening, these are those triads. This is, oh, I should mention, this is treble clef, right? The left hand was treble clef the whole time, so it's pretty high. This is an F triad. So all white keys. This is a G flat triad, that's G flat. This is a B flat because of the key signature and the D flat on top. So it only looks scary. So what happens is the F triad up. So here's your middle C. So F is here. It's above since it's treble clef. Here's your F triad. Your G flat triad. It's all black keys. It's just sliding up, right, to the right. Right, here's your F, the G flat. Right, and then on the page, here's your G flat triad. The next thing is a G triad. G, B, D. All white keys. They put natural signs. Right. So going back to those triads, so here's your F, here's your G flat, right? And the G natural, G triad is, again, all white keys. So you're just sliding to the right, right? So it's not as bad as it looks. All right, so your G triad, after that, you're just playing the B and the D sharp. Just stick out your thumb for that, right? And then you're backing G major, G flat, the F, right? So there's actually not as bad as it looks. And then this is back to bass clef. So it's just going to jump from here. It looks like it goes up. It actually goes down because that's treble clef. That's bass clef. Okay, so that whole sequence, just to see it in my hand, we're going to start right there on that F triad. So it looks like this. You got F, G flat, G major, right? And then B with a D sharp, right? Just those two notes. Back to G, G flat, and F, and then down an octave. So that means over here. So it's just a jump, right? Full octave jump. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and take this from the top because the left hand by itself is not hard, right? The right hand by itself is just counting, but it's just kind of working through the counting. Okay, so just the first line, just to count it for us, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3. Back to the top. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and second line, second ending, 2, 3, and then second line, rest, 2, 1. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and try this piece. Of course, one hand at a time first, but I'm going to put them together so you can see them and hear them together. So again, if this is middle C, this is the higher C, your right hand is still higher than that. It's over here, right? And your left hand is right here. At the very end, you're going to make a big octave jump in both hands, and my left hand will disappear, but you'll see most of it with the counting. Okay, so 1, ready, go. 1, 2. Beginning, 1, 2. Second ending, 1, 2, 3. Second line, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Third line, 1, 2, 3. Last line, 1, 2. 2 and down an octave, 2, and that's it.